What's going on, guys? Man Machine here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Now that the dust has settled from E3, I wanted to have a quick chat about how Destiny 2 PvP is going to be experienced and the omission of certain elements within the launch version of Destiny 2's player versus player. As we know, Destiny 2 is seeing the multiplayer element of the game switch to a 4v4 basis for all game modes. From the conversation that Bungie have had with the community, this choice was made as the PvP designers wanted to work on something that they were intrinsically passionate about. As it goes, they are reportedly driven by strategy and tactical approaches to multiplayer games, hence driving the focus of PvP to 4v4, to promote smaller team-based approaches and strategy-styled game modes and gameplay. This switch will also allow designers to make better maps that focus on being fair and good quality, as all maps will be designed initially for 4v4. We also know the time to kill has been increased, mainly by our abilities doing less damage and special weapons effectively being taken out and moved to a power weapon slot that only one person can get ammo for at any one time. This is, in my opinion, going to be a change that makes the most effect to the PvP style changing from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. As the time to kill is now so high, there will be less opportunities for players to go 2v1 or 3v1 for example, and instead the emphasis will be on team shooting an enemy down, as the removal of being able to consistently use one-hit kill weapons or abilities will affect a player's ability to take on more than one enemy player on their own. This, I believe, is what Bungie wants from PvP, as it focuses on teamwork and strategy within a smaller player group and probably smaller map sizes. Following on from this, as intellect, strength and discipline seem to have been removed from the game entirely, this will allow the playing field to be even closer, as people essentially have near identical cooldowns. Also, from the PvP gameplay we have seen, it is likely that we will only have our super abilities available once throughout an entire game, which effectively decreases the amount of super and ability spam and allows the focus to be on tactical primary gunfights with the abilities complementing our primary weapons and not the other way around. Whilst we are on the subject of PvP, we must talk about what Bungie hasn't included this time around. Kicking things off with the removal of Rumble. Really not sure what the reasoning for this one is, and whilst I appreciate we are switching to an entirely 4v4 playlist, it was assumed that a free-for-all type game mode would still be included. Pretty much every first-person shooter has a free-for-all game mode, and to launch without one is definitely a strange choice from Bungie. As always, the majority of the community would be happy to accept this if, and only if, there was a justification for it, which Bungie unfortunately have not supplied to us yet. I will certainly, however, miss honing my PvP skills in Rumble come Destiny 2. Next up, we have the omission of private matches. This for me personally is not a massive issue, and to be honest, it probably won't be for many of the Destiny community. However, private matches has been the only platform the top 1% have been able to arrange sweats and scrims effectively. So come the launch of Destiny 2, there will be little to no support for the competitive community, especially considering as we won't even have trials initially. This therefore seems like a step backwards in my opinion. Although as long as they are not holding this back purely to release it at a later date, and they again have a justifiable reason as to why it hasn't been included, then this is acceptable. Lastly, we have the big one. No ranked play or competitive ladder. Again, this is not something that we should be expecting at launch. However, the comments Bungie have made when quizzed around this have not filled me with confidence. It would have been nice for them to acknowledge that this is something the community have been looking for a very long time, and at least confirm that it is coming at a later date, rather than skate around the issue. Okay, so Luke Smith mentioned that they are working on some kind of reward system for this, but he did not want to confirm it because it's not definite. This to me is essentially not acceptable, as this should have been at the top of their list when designing the PvP element of Destiny 2. I never want to finish on a bad note though, guys, so I do want to say I'm actually excited myself for the increased time to kill and the 4v4 tactical team-based approach that the Destiny 2 will have within PvP. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a heads up, I'm going on holiday for 2 weeks, so content will be limited, but I will be back in time to bring you more content for the Destiny 2 beta. Thanks for watching, please subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, smash that thumbs up, and as always, I will see you in the next one.